Hello everyone, welcome to DC Minds. In this video, we are going to learn about another C++11 concept called range-based for loop, okay, or range-based loop. Okay, so let's see. So this is a syntax for range-based for loop or loop. So what you will give is that first you will give the declaration and then colon and the collection or array name. Collection means the statistical containers like vector, deque, map, etc. And whatever the operation that you want to perform, you will write inside this brace. So let's see some example. So in this case, this is an array of 10 elements, and suppose you want to perform, basically you want to display the content of this array. So in C++3 you can write code like this. What it will do, it will from 0 to 9, it will perform the iteration and it will print the content of this array. So it will display the output like this in C++3. But in C++11, same thing using range-based loop, you can do this way. You will give the declaration first. Declaration is nothing but this. So int I and then colon and the collection or array name. So here collection is in this case this array. So what will happen? This I will point to element of this array. So I will be nothing. First time I will be 5, then second time I will be 6, then third time I will be 10. Like this it will keep on printing. So this line of code will also display the output, basically this output. Okay, so in C++11 same operation, this operation can be performed this way with the help of this range based for loop. Okay, so and another way in C++11 you can do is auto I. So in this case, what will happen? Here you have given the data type, and the data type here over here is int. And in this case, here also you have to give int. But in this case, auto, it will directly determine the type from this variable or the collection name itself. If you don't know the concept of auto, you can watch my lecture on auto. I have given the link of that video in the description below. So in this case also this code will produce the output like this. Okay, so let's see one more example. So in this case this is an array, and you want, what you want to do is you want to multiply each element of this array by 2. Basically if it is 5 then it should become 6. If it is 6 then it should become 5. If it is 5 then it should become 10. If it is 6 then it will become 12. So multiply by 2. So in C++3 you can perform this that operation this way. So each element is getting multiplied by 2 and then it is assigned to that location. And in same thing in C++11, all you can do is just take the int I and reference and then colon and the collection name. So in this case collection is this array, and then when you say I equal to I into 2, so what will happen? Each element will get multiplied by 2. So when we are modifying the entry in the collection or array, you take the reference. We are giving it as a reference over here. If you don't want to modify, just want to use, you can give just integer type or any data type based on the collection type, and then you can use it. In this case, we if we want to modify, that's we are giving it as a reference type. Same thing using vector also. So in this vector, if you want to print the data, each data of this vector, so you, what you can do, you can use range based for loop. So you just give the data type. In this case, you if you give auto, it will automatically determine the type and the name of the collection, and this item will print the output like this. So what will happen, it will keep point to this 55 first, then next 62, like this. So this is how range based for loop works. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. If you have any query, please comment it.